Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It is a rather interesting time in American politics at the moment. We have a few more days left until the biggest election ever. And well, people are now starting to come out and show their support for either Trump or, fortunately, the low IQ dingbat Kamala Harris. And that also includes the likes of famous actor, former governor of California, and well, bodybuilder too, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, it's no surprise to me that Arnold Schwarzenegger decided to endorse the current dingbat candidate, Kamala Harris, and not the likes of his own family of sorts, that is RFK Jr., because he married into the family, that being his wife or ex-wife, Maria Shriver, who is part of the Kennedy dynasty. But let's forget that for just a moment and also forget the fact that Arnie ran as a Republican and became a Republican governor of California. And he claims that he, would work with Republicans and Democrats alike to bring about the best outcome. Let's also forget for just a moment that Arnold Schwarzenegger is big on environmental, climate change, and all that other stuff. But he's not going to support the one that's actually doing a great deal for the environment, that being RFK Jr. Also, he's not going to be supporting the person that wants to make America healthy again, that being RFK Jr. No, not going to do any of that. Also, not going to support the person that wants to actually stop the border invasion, stop the crime rates going up. Nah, can't do that. I'm going to support Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to put out this long, gushy statement and say, I don't like politics. I don't like either side now. But you know what? I'm throwing my hat and my support behind Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I mean, like, what the actual hell? But anyway, let's have a look at this, shall we? I don't really do endorsements. Well, you are now. So you've broken that thing for yourself. I don't really do them, but I'm going to do one now because it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, that I throw my support behind Commie Harris. Clearly, you've done your research, Arnold. Now, this is the same person, ladies and gentlemen. And keep in mind that I used to like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, I thought he was funny in the movies. I think that, you have every right to your opinion, but I think you should do a lot more research than just throwing your support behind a candidate like Kamala Harris and not your own family that are actually doing good. And you would think actually align with your morals and your values, but no, clearly not. I'm not shy about sharing my views, but I hate politics and I don't trust most politicians. But you're in politics. Okay. I also understand that people want to hear from me because I am not just a celebrity. I am a former Republican governor. My time as governor taught me to love policy and ignore politics. That's a funny statement to make, mate, because you're throwing your support behind Kamala Harris, who's got no policies whatsoever. She doesn't even know them. She can't even say them in a CNN town hall, for goodness sake. She just refers you to a website that she didn't even write herself. Anyway, I'm proud of the work I did to help clean up our air, create jobs, balance the budget, make the biggest infrastructure investment in state history, and take power from the politicians and give it back to the people when it comes to our redirecting process and our primaries in California. Well, you yourself, mate, should know that at the moment, your beloved California is going down the ever-increasing toilet under Gavin Newsom. Oh, yes, I'm proud of my work, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm throwing my support behind someone that's got no track record whatsoever, aside from the fact that she's destroyed the country. Brilliant show, Arnold. Well done. That's policy. It requires working with the other side, not insulting them to win your next election. But yet you're throwing your hat, again, to the party that is insulting and calling the other side Nazis. Again, well done, Arnold. And I know it isn't sexy to most people, but I love it when I can help make people's lives better with policies like I still do through my institute at USC. where we fight for clean air and stripping the power from the politicians who rig the system against the people. But yet you are actually, again, throwing your support behind the party that is cheating. Mate, this is a massive contradictory statement if I do say so myself. But anyway, let's continue. Let me be honest with you. You already haven't already. I don't like either party right now. My Republicans have forgotten the beauty of the free market, driven up deficits, and rejected election results. Democrats aren't any better at dealing with deficits, and I worry their local policies hurting our cities with increased crime. It is probably not a surprise that I hate politics more than ever, which, if you are a normal person who isn't addicted to this crap, you probably understand. If I do say so, mate, I hate politics too. Because of the lies, because of people not being able to tell the truth, because people cheat, they don't do anything they say they're going to do. They're massive walking, talking contradictions. The irony of everything is just insane. So, yeah, I don't blame you for hating politics, but you were a politician at one point. I'm not. I just love critiquing politics as I see it with common sense. But anyway, Arnie says he wants to tune out, but he can't because rejecting the results of an election is an un-American as it gets. So he's still bitter over Trump not, saying that the Democrats cheated. Anyway, to someone like me who talks to people all over the world and still knows America is the shining city on a hill, calling America is a trash can for the world is so unpatriotic. It makes me furious. Well, mate, President Biden just said that more than half the Americans are actual garbage. So, yeah, mate, I don't think Trump has ever said that America is a trash can for the world, but he's saying that there's a lot of things that are making the America that he once loved crap. Open borders, crazy policies that don't actually work. Anyway, and I will always be an American before I am a Republican. That's why this week I am voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I'm sharing with you all because I think there are a lot of you who feel like I do. You don't recognize your country, and you are right to be furious. So, yeah, throw your support behind Communist Harris. For decades, it talked about the national debt. For decades, it talked about comprehensive immigration reform that secures the border while fixing our broken immigration system, and Washington does nothing. So you think, mate, last 4 years, who's been in office? Or have you forgotten about that? I've been talking about it for decades. Who's been in office for that decade, man? Oh, Trump was in there for 4 years. But who else was in office before Trump and then after Trump? Oh, that's right. Obama and then Biden. Oh, boy, mate, you've lost it. You've really lost it, mate. The problems just keep rolling, and we all keep getting angrier because the only people that benefit from problems aren't you, the people. The only problem that benefits from this crap are the politicians who prefer having talking points to win elections to the public service that will make Americans' lives better. So clearly, your vote for Communist Harris and Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, is going to help make America better, is it? Unreal. It's just a game to them. But it is life for my fellow Americans. We should be pissed. I'm pissed. That's why I'm voting for Communist Harris and Tampon Tim, people. And you should too. The America that I once loved is no longer the America that I once loved. You know why? Because of policy. The last 4 years, America's gone to absolute crap. And it's all Trump's fault. That's why I'm voting for Communist Harris. Oh. But a candidate who won't respect your your vote unless it is for him, a candidate who will send his followers to storm the Capitol while he watches with a Diet Coke, a candidate who has shown no ability to work to pass any policies besides a tax cut that helped his donors and other rich people like me, but helped no one else, a candidate who thinks Americans can disagree or who disagree with him are bigger enemies than China, Russia, or North Korea. That won't solve our problems. Evidently, he's speaking of Trump there, and it sounds like he's still bitter about January 6th, but no one seems to get over that. Like, move on. It seems to be the nail in the coffin for a lot of people, right? It will just be 4 more years of bullshit and no results that makes us angrier and angrier, more divided and more hateful. So, yes, I'm going to throw my support once again behind the party that calls the other side Nazis and just deplorables and garbage and continues to divide people even more. Sure, do that. See what happens next. We need to close the door on this chapter of American history, and I know that former President Trump won't do that. Mate, he has united RFK Jr., former Democrat Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, like countless people are supporting him. You can't see that. Even your own family member who swore that he would never side with Trump is siding with Trump. Yeah, here you are. Oh, no. I see that Communist Harris is the right thing forward. He will divide. He will insult. He will find new ways to be more un-American than he already has been. And we, the people, will get nothing but more anger. That's enough reason for me to share my vote with you all. I want to move forward as a country, and even though I have plenty of disagreements with their platform, I think the only way to do that is with Harris and Waltz. Vote this week, turn the page, and put this junk behind us. And even if you disagree with me, vote, because that's what we do as Americans. We vote, people. So, yeah, people, that is Arnold Schwarzenegger throwing his support behind Kamala Harris and Tampon Tim. That just shows real strength, doesn't it? Unbelievable. But anyway, Arnie was made in America. Thought he was smarter, but turns out he's not. I hope Chris Pratt actually has a lot more sense and a lot more smarts than his father-in-law. We shall see, shall we? Anyway, you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video. And ladies and gentlemen, not screw your freedom. Protect your freedom.